Greetings again from Seoul, Korea. Welcome to the GSL. I'm Tasis, with me is Artosis. Damn, we saw some serious fruit dealing just there. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, you know, HopeTorture. I always think of him as Into the Rainbow. Sorry, I'm an old StarCraft 1 player. HopeTorture, he went ahead and did that same 3-base rush timing strategy, but he put on no pressure on a Fruitdealer whatsoever. So Fruitdealer basically took the map. You know, he took a base up here, he took a base down there, and he was so spread out and far enough away, spread his creep pretty well, teched up, only made 3 Mutalisks, and didn't have very much of an army for a while, then teched right up, grabbed some Infestors, went to Ultra, and then, you know, when finally HopeTorture decided to move out, he kind of sat in the middle and sent all his Marines somewhere, but he didn't cover the path to defend that base.
Yeah.
So Fruitdealer's like, okay, I'll just walk around here, goes up with his Infestors, destroys all the Marines, and then the push of HopeTorture is so much less. It takes a while for Terran to actually max out with this type of unit composition. So he wasted a lot of supply doing that. His drops were ineffective, so that lost him a lot of supply as well. And he didn't really have a very strong max going into it, so Fruitdealer just surrounds with Ultras and sup. That's all she wrote for HopeTorture. Game 1 on Delta Quadrant goes to Fruitdealer. And that is a very good thing. These first 3 maps are going to be the hardest maps of the tournament, of the games for Fruitdealer. So we're going to go on to Lost Temple next.
Yes.
And
that's another Terran heavy map.
Yeah, if you make a fast expansion.
Thor drops are quite good. So Zerg, again, has to stall usually until the end game. So it's really a survival thing. Remember, dropships are very effective on this map as well. And, medevacs, are very effective. And, you know, if you get out of position on Lost Temple, you might not be able to save your hatcheries. So he's got to be careful.
Very true that, Tasteless.
True that. Truth words.
I'm interested to see if Fruitdealer is going to cheese on this map. We've seen him do that before many times. A lot of Zergs like to just one base on this map, whether it's some sort of crazy Nidus all-in, whether it's a Roach Rush. Sometimes we see one hatchery Mutalisk. The problem is when you get scouted doing one base as Zerg, that's not good. Like, if Terran is just like, okay, I'm going to use one less mule, and he hits the C button and clicks on your base, that's a scan, Tasteless, and that will tell him what you're doing. And if you're on one base, he can counter you so hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah, if they have the intel, then they can just respond with the correct counter. I mean, StarCraft is all about scouting. And one thing about Terran is that they seem to, at this point in time in the metagame, have more options in their builds. So one good thing about the Fruitdealer is that he's very good at hiding what he's doing. Yeah. We saw even in the previous game, and this is like really high level, he morphed a Greater Spire because he knew that HopeTorture would scan. And when HopeTorture scans, he sees a Greater Spire, he thinks, oh, Broodlords.
And he has to make Vikings. If you see a Greater Spire, you have to make Vikings. Because if you don't have them, and as long as he keeps, you know, some Infestors around to stop Marines from running up or something like that, Broodlords are ownage, especially when you have so many siege tanks.
So he forces him into thinking he's making Broodlords. He makes Vikings. That's a bunch less medevacs. That actually slowed down the progression of the drops.
Yeah, waste of supply, waste of resources. It's a wasted unit. They're not that good against Zerg, especially in the late game.
Right.
Vikings are not what you want to make. It's against Protoss and Terran, you want a lot of Vikings for Colossi, for other Vikings, for Banshees. Against Zerg, it's kind of like you only want them against Broodlords. That's it. But he had to make a bunch. They were useless. Fruitdealer playing some stellar StarCraft 2 today.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing it right. This is how you play Zerg. You got to be sneaky. And Fruitdealer is very sneaky. Yeah. But, you know, you get so far in this tournament, there's only so many strategies you can use. I hope if he wants to win this, he's got some more stuff coming up like that.
He's going to have to for Lost Temple. It's very gambly if you take that fast expansion.
Gambly?
It's very gambly.
It's quite a gamble.
It's it's just a risky thing to do. So, but again, HopeTorture may take that into account and not even plan on a tank drop. Who knows? Yeah. You know, there's a lot of ways it can go, a lot of outthinking each other.
I think we're going to get this game going in a moment here. Both players have confirmed they're ready. I'm ready. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
We had a 5-minute break, so you guys had time to go to the bathroom, so you guys should be here. You guys should be here. So we're going to get this started pretty soon here. By the way, special thank you to TG Sambo and Intel, our sponsors. Thank you, Blizzard, for making such a great game.
Best game on Earth.
Thank you, Precari Sweat, for the free drinks.
We don't have any today. I'm really thirsty,
Yeah, they didn't.
too.
We don't have any drink syrup today, but
Those
normally
prices.
they're another sponsor, so
Yeah.
thank you to them. And I'm on Team EG. I think I'm done plugging everything now.
There you go, man. You did it.
No, but seriously, thank you so much, Blizzard. It's a really awesome game. The patches have been really good, not too dramatic. They're slowly going in the right direction. I think Zerg, in my opinion, might still be a little bit more patchy, but when you're the fruit dealer, I mean, that guy's imbalanced as a human being.
He's actually imbalanced.
He's
They're going to
actually-
have to give a patch that makes him play with like an arm brace on or something. That is the only way to balance this Zerg.
Blizzard's going to need to nerf the fruit dealer.
Yeah.
That's the only explanation.
Like when he logs into his real name ID, it's just his units aren't as good.
All right, the crowd is going wild. We're moments away from starting this. We're just waiting for the Korean commentators to wrap it up, and we're going to get this going. ZVT, nobody thought that we'd have a Zerg in the finals.
No.
They were wrong.
No one thought that. In fact, only one Zerg made it past, the round of 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. All right, we got fans cheering, a lot more fans over here on Fruit Dealer's side of the ring. HopeTorture obviously very popular as well, but
Yeah.
I mean, the other guy's named a Fruit Dealer, so I mean, you kind of got to be a fan of that. That's such a good idea.
It's the best idea I've ever seen.
Yes. And we're going to get this going, so get ready for game number 2 between HopeTorture and the Fruit Dealer.
자, 이쪽은 수리와
아 여기 막 이상 포탑이 넘어가면서
자, 거기로
거기
가고
뒤로
있어.
빼 자 찍지 못하고
또 다른 세상을 만날 땐 잠시 꺼두셔도 좋습니다. 홈TV의 글로벌 방송은 때와 장소를 가리지 않습니다.
방방 먹고 콸콸콸.
All right, we had a brief commercial break, but we are going to get this game started momentarily. Fruit Dealer against HopeTorture. HopeTorture, by the way, got rocked pretty hard in that first game. I don't
did.
know if that's going to mess with him psychologically.
I don't think so. He's such an experienced StarCraft 1
That is
pro
true,
gamer.
yeah.
He's won and lost countless important matches on television. A member of SK Telecom back then.
Yeah.
Now on StarTale, of course, new pro StarCraft 2 team here. He's got the experience. He's gonna be a rock. He's gonna play as well as possible, and I hope that he can learn from his mistakes. And of course, as a Zerg player, I love to see Fruit Dealer just dole out the ownage, but I definitely do want to see 7 games. So
Yeah, hopefully it's not a one-sided. We both actually, we're thinking maybe HopeTorture's going to have this in game 1 for sure, at least.
Yeah.
And he's already proved us wrong with that. So there you go. Of course, so much pressure too because of the money. It's not just about pride. There's so much money on the line here that you gotta
life-changing.
Yeah, life-changing.
As a StarCraft player, I cannot imagine
As-
having
as-
$85,000. I can't.
That's so
I
much
can't
money,
fathom
man.
it. Normally,
Well, I mean, we were American pro gamers, so
it's-
we didn't make any money. Is what that means.
Yeah.
So we know that that's a lot of money, and it's even a lot of money compared to StarCraft 1 tournaments. This actually dwarfs
The biggest.
any StarCraft 1 tournament. There has never been a StarCraft 1 tournament with this much money.
No.
I think the most there's ever been was the GomTV Classic, which was 40K.
As far as individual leagues,
In
yeah.
individual leagues, yeah. So we're even more baller with StarCraft 2. Great game. I'm
You
loving it.
got to step it up, man. StarCraft has stepped it up into StarCraft 2, and the prize money going up. Such an amazing tournament this has been. We're going to have another one starting very soon. In fact, next week are the qualifiers for it. You and I will be playing.
I'm going to be there.
You going to make it through, Tasteless?
Of course, I'm going to win the whole thing. You're going to be
All right.
casting alone, man.
All right, that's fine with me.
But you're going to be playing too, so you're going to get to the finals like me, right?
We're just going to talk.
And then we're just
into
going to
our
have to cast in
microphones.
the games. That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
So, yeah. But guys, anybody can come. Anybody can sign up. Doesn't matter, what nation you're from or if you're on a team or not. If you can get out to Korea, the sign-ups are free. They are free, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You
They're free.
you have to register before tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the last day for
So
registration.
register, and the countdown has begun finally. Let's get ready. Over here at the upper left, or lower left, rather, excuse me, the fruit dealer. Whoa, so many fans for him. Down here at the bottom right, formerly known as Into the Rainbow, he is none other than HopeTorture. There we go. Got to get those timings out right.
Now, it's close positions by air. It's kind of interesting because the ground route is quite far. It's going to make Mutalisks a really great choice, and it could make something like a Banshee Rush very effective, but that is not really the style that we've seen so far out of HopeTorture, so I don't expect to see anything like that. But I would definitely like to see a Mutalisk opening by Fruitdealer here.
As you can see, they're just at a vision of each other. Interesting scouting path. We normally see Zergs come from right here and spot. And I don't know if you guys are picking up the sound of the audience here in my headphones, but it is like the building is actually shaking. It is so crazy down here. It's so awesome. Here comes the drone. Going to expand.
Yep, he's going to go ahead and take a hatchery first. Now, this is pretty cool. If you go hatchery first and you skimp on the ling speed, you can actually get Mutas out to stop the tank drop. So if that's what he ends up doing, but again, that's quite risky because without ling speed, you really don't have anything to stop other early attacks. So there's a lot of gambles that could take place here.
Gambling, of course, illegal in Korea, so these guys are quite risky.
More risky than we even thought.
Scouting drone here. Now, he actually got his Overlord over here. He's not going to use the Overlord to scout. He needs to get position over here and see if the Terran's going to expand. So he's going to send a drone out. And this is an interesting path he's actually going here.
Yeah, he actually...
Does he actually not know?
Yeah.
He actually doesn't know. Oh, my God. This is so bad.
He didn't see any buildings as he went over. I thought he saw the SCV go by, though, which would give it away. So,
well, he just clearly wasn't looking, so this is going to be awkward. This might mess up the build order that is planned out here from the Terran. So he's going to go up here. He probably assumes the Terran's actually north.
Yeah, we'll see with where he sends this drone next. Now the hatchery is up. Will he make single queen or double queen? Throwing up that spine crawler right away. The Marine's on the way. He's got a lot of Zerglings making, though. Starting his first queen now at the natural expansion.
Looks like he just wanted to feign pressure. Force the Zerg to make some extra Zerglings instead of drones early on.
Which is a great move, a very high level move. As long as he's making Zerglings, he's not spending that money on drones, and that affects the economy hugely, but there's a lot of Zerglings out. No walling up right now for HopeTorture. This actually could be pretty dangerous.
So he's sending the links. Looks like he's going to try to kind of MacGyver a wall in over here.
Last second
He does
wall.
get it up. Very nice save.
Now, pretty interesting. A tech lab's going up on both the barracks and on the factory. So we definitely could see a tank drop. And there's a lot of things we could see. We see Banshees, tanks is being made out of the factory.
You know, one thing about this tech lab is he might have just made that to block the
that's
lanes,
quite true.
so that might actually not. But then again, you know what? He could just get a Banshee. I mean, it's pretty convenient to swap right now.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it?
I think we're going to see a drop ship and a tank drop. That's my best guess. And sadly for Fruitdealer, his layer is not even half done.
Dropship on the way. This is very hard for Zerg to stop. If they get the tanks up in this region, just like in StarCraft 1, it's a nightmare.
Now there's a few tactics you can use. You can throw some spine crawlers at the ledge, spot with the overlords, and stall a lot. You can actually stall for quite a long time. But with siege mode, they actually deal damage so fast that you should eventually lose the hatchery if the Terran executes this correctly.
He's going to have another queen out here. Just larva injecting Fruitdealer, very good at just getting as many drones out as possible. And take a look-see though. This could be bad.
Yes, it definitely could. And loading 2 SCVs as opposed to the siege tank, this is kind of interesting because he could have done this a long time ago. You wait till the siege tank was almost done. So this is actually a very indecisive move here by HopeTorture.
HopeTorture's going over here. Will the Fruitdealer have the necessary fruit to deal his way out of this situation? Only time will tell. It's hard to say.
But the Spire, it is being made, and I think he may make some missile turrets here.
Yep.
He does not want Mutas to be able to clear this. And here come those spines.
Take very long to root themselves, but I think this one should at least be in range.
Yep, it is in range. He's going to have to move that siege tank back, but he has SCV to repair it. Picks it up. Nice move there. And, oh, very good. Look at this. 3 queens hitting that turret, teaming up. And the spine crawler's walking back. Now, see, this is how you do it. You go up, you go back, you go up, you go back. You just try to stall the siege tank from killing you while you get mutas. But, oh, look at this. He needs to move that siege tank back. This is completely crazy. He is blocking this so well right now. Oh, and will he get the dropship?
Oh my God, it lives.
That was huge. He needs to keep that dropship alive. It's very important at this point.
He is still in range of the extractor. That's going to hurt the Zerk's gas, especially if he's getting a Spire.
You know, the Spire is done. We have a lot of mutas making right now. 5 being hatched up. And only 1 missile turret so far.
He's going to go in for again. I don't know if this is going to be in range, but he doesn't want him to get these missile turrets up.
He loses that SCV. That's actually quite bad as well.
Yeah.
He needs that to repair anything mutas attack. And he targets the SCV.
Nice.
Smart move. Takes out the turret. Only 1 turret left. 5 mutas can take that out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Looks like Fruitdealer is going to go ahead and save his...
He's also stopped a Viking. He was sending a Viking over here for support. Mutas are in the main. This main does not seem to be too terribly well defended. Once again, the Viking manages to stay alive, just like that dropship.
Gets that dropship.
I spoke too soon. He does get the injured dropship.
And there's not a lot of Marines here. But there is a Viking helping out a little bit. The turret gets up, realizes he has to run away. So he has a bunch of damaged mutas. It's going to be harder to remove that tank on the cliff.
Expansion over here at the upper right.
Nice little hidden one. It's going to be one of the last places scouted by HopeTorture.
Now this is
He's going. Targeting the siege tank. And he gets rid of it. There's no dropship, so no problem. Awesome. Healing some of those mutas. He is just dealing with everything exceedingly well.
Normally they're called mutas, but when Fruitdealer plays them, they're fruit flies. Just annoying. The Terran's base.
Yeah.
We got drones going over to the expansion, and Terran, by the way, 1 second, does not have vision of it.
Yeah. He's not really been scouting. He doesn't have a base up, and in fact, look at this main base. He has the command center, so he's going to go ahead and expand, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and keep just 1 factory and add in a lot of biological units.
Could be going Thor Marauder here. That's quite effective. Oh, Muta's a bank in there. Pull back. This turret. Loneliest turret in the game.
It's a Nesh turret. Well, let's see. What are you doing, Fruitdealer? What's your plan here? Ooh,
yeah, let's take a look.
Let's take a look at his upgrades he's getting. He's getting Overlord speed and Overlord drops, as well as a Roach Warren and Baneling nest. So that is pretty awesome. We could see Baneling drops in the mineral lines. That can be quite good against any sort of anything, man. I mean, it's just great killing SCVs with Baneling drops. But also, I think he's going to stall him out a lot with Roach drops.
Looks like we got an expansion over here at the north. So he's again expanding in regions where the Terran can't attack and kill everything in a line. Much safer than taking this expansion. Muta's down here.
Mutas. Looks like they're going to be fended off quite easily. There's plenty of missile turrets and Thors all over the place. Now we have Roach speed being upgraded as well as Baneling speed. He's just getting all his P's and Q's here, Tasteless.
Well, Terran's going to have to do something pretty quick. Terran, hold that thought. Quick drop here. He backs up. He knows the mutas are on the map.
There they are! Going after that dropship. He kills the dropship. That is very nice. The mobility of HopeTorture is being destroyed.
Okay, this is really bad for the Terran.
Yeah.
The Terran has lost momentum just like in the first game. You actually have to be so effective with your first drop in Terran versus Zerg. It's the only way to get the Zerg completely out of position. And in this case, he has had no efficacy with that.
Right now, 25 supply lead for Fruitdealer. That is pretty awesome.
Viking, stray Viking out here on the map. He shouldn't have had it out there.
At every turn, those Mutalisks are there and eliminating whatever HopeTorture wants to do. I think even now, a player like HopeTorture is going to be rattled.
Yeah, this has to be getting under his skin. It feels like the Zerg is just everywhere and doing everything. And he's got a lot of creep, I want to point out on the map. That's very good if you're Zerg. Your units are going to be very mobile. I think this is a last-ditch effort. Unless he's going to go for the gold.
Yeah, he may just siege up here. That's sometimes quite common of Terrans. To siege at the watchtower gives the tanks such vision that they can really maximize their range.
Looks like you're right. He's not going to push. He's actually going to hold this position.
I think that the best thing you could possibly do at this point is just turtle up, half map it, and go mech. Because Fruitdealer is showing, oh, look at that. Roach is trying to do something.
We got a drop over here in the main. Baneling drop in the worker line. He did get some SCVs, not a ton. Thank God I didn't miss that. I almost missed that.
Fruitdealer.
We got another drop. Now note, the army is in position over here. This is how you take out Terran, just like in StarCraft 1. You just wait for the Terran where his slow, immobile, but very powerful army is, and attack him where he isn't.
It's such a good move. Now, if we take a look at the unit counter real quick, we have 78 drones against 53 SCVs. So he's doing great. And the drop is now coming. Here we go. This is actually going to be huge. There's nothing there to defend. It's such a single missile turret. And HopeTorture, he cannot be happy with this. A lot of Zerglings, a lot of Roaches coming out. And this is going to annoy him severely. A lot of SCVs dying.
He's just doing so much damage. Meanwhile, another army's moving in over here. He spots the other drop.
Oh no, HopeTorture being peeled apart by Fruitdealer, just like an orange.
Fruitdealer taking him out right now. And he's actually going to have another attack over here.
He's going to drop on the army, engaging the main army. This is how confident he is at this point. And the Roach-based army cleaning up, killing siege tanks, killing Thors, killing Marines. Fruitdealer!
Unbelievable!
Fruitdealer!
The Terran hasn't even taken care of this drop in the main yet. There's still Roaches killing SCVs. He's not taking out the destructible rocks over here, so it's not like he's going to be able to get an expansion.
Fruitdealer is unbelievable. He is so good. He's got 4 bases right now, just running circles around HopeTorture.
Fruitdealer is out of control. I don't know if the Terran's going to even stay in the game for much longer. Oh my God.
Wow.
That is a lot of Banelings.
He is morphing 38
That is so
Banes.
many Banelings. That's the kind of, you can actually like right-click on a planetary fortress and blow it up.
Yeah, he's got about 35 of them right now.
This is going to be the killing blow here to an already almost dead player. His economy is in shambles. And here we go, drop. He's got Infestors out. He didn't even have to wait until Ultras.
And this style of play that Fruitdealer does, I have not seen any other Zerg do it. He opens Muta, he gets into all this other tech suddenly.
We got a drop over here in the main.
Oh, well, looks like he will kill a little bit, but Fruitdealer is going to get angry and counterattack. So I don't know if this is a good idea. You don't want to make Fruitdealer angry.
You've pissed off the Fruitdealer.
Here he comes.
He's going into the main.
A lot of siege tanks up there, but the Overlords dropping Banes all over the place. Up come the Zerglings, and here are the Infestors. What are they going to do? Oh my God, Fruitdealer.
Expect GG any second. This game is over. Terran doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell of coming back from this.
Oh, infested Terrans all underneath the fungal dropships, and that is it. 2-0.
Damn. Fruitdealer is out of control. Fruitdealer.
Oh, wow. A legend in the making.
I can't believe how one-sided these games are right now.
Yeah, he is completely destroying the harass-based play of HopeTorture. HopeTorture, as you see, not happy. That's a smirk of anger, believe me. I've smirked of anger before. That's what it looks like.
Well, it's got to be frustrating having games like that. He's not getting an inch in there.
No, he's not doing anything.
He's just getting beaten up and bullied around the map, basically.
Yeah. That game by Fruitdealer, there was a lot of stuff going on there, okay?
Yeah.
He threw up a lot of spine crawlers, dancing back and forth very nicely. I think the main problem that happened in that game was when he suddenly decided, okay, I'm going to put a tank and 2 SCVs in this dropship instead of 2 tanks. If he had brought 2 tanks over there,
that was weird.
He could have just dismantled those spine crawlers, killed the hatchery, which, by the way, was the lair hatchery. He made it into a lair because he really knew he wanted to keep it alive. That gives it extra hit points. So Fruitdealer was kind of all in there with that expansion. He had to get it up, and really the complete wrong choice by HopeTorture there. He needed to have both siege tanks up and really focus. If you're going to do that drop, you have to kill the hatchery. If you don't, obviously you're going to be so far behind. You dropship tanks that do nothing against a Mutalisk opening, of course you're going to be far behind. So he really made a big blunder there.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. 2 tanks deals enough damage that you can actually get the strategy out in time. And of course, I don't know if it was just luck or if it was actually Fruitdealer's instinct, but every time there was a medevac on the map, he had mutas there.
Yeah.
I mean, the medevacs did no damage. Most of them never even got to their destinations.
Yeah, Fruitdealer is all-seeing, man.
Yes.
He has more eyes than a potato, which, by the way, is not a fruit.
So, I believe we're going to have a brief little break here. We're going to have a break in between every game.
I suggest during this break you go down and make a little plate of nachos.
Or
not a big plate.
Or
because,
a plate of fruit, depending on who you're rooting for.
Well, you know, I
Fruit's
love
healthier.
Fruitdealer and I love fruit, but during the finals of a StarCraft tournament,
You might need to get nachos.
It's nachos.
That's true.
It's obviously nachos.
Pretzels, maybe.
It's always what I had during OSL, MSL, man. I just get my plate of nachos.
We'll be back.